Hey, what's up guys? I thought I would show some of my builds for Kamen Rider. As far as I know, I'm like the only person that's doing guides, so I'm going to try to explain as many aspects of the game as possible. Now, I have to give a disclaimer. They added about 30 to 40 new figures in this game, and barely any of them have been translated, so I've kind of been coasting along the ones that I know from the last game, and the few that have been translated. This is the build I use for characters that have good ultimate forms. Red Shadow Moon is obtained from beating the full survival mode. The last mission is on Hell mode. You can get stuck there for a really long time, depending on your strategy, and a lot of it is just luck based. Some of the attacks that they can do can one-shot you from off screen. But when you do beat it, you do get this, and it's pretty much the best figure in the game. Obviously, there are some characters that don't have really great ultimate forms, or it's kind of detrimental to staying it the whole time. So it's really up for interpretation, but these other two here are really good just in general for pretty much every character. Deno Climax form gives just an attack increase across the board. A lot of the other figures that say that they give you an attack boost, they only give it for a certain type of attack, like a normal attack or an aerial attack or special attack. This is just straight attack boost. It's actually really nice to have. I definitely see a pretty significant damage boost when I use it. Now this is one that the community has been talking about quite a bit, at least a couple people. Libra Zodiarts, it has a chance to stun. And when I don't know exactly what procs it, but it seems to be a combination of the number of hits or the damage or both. But it is excellent for characters that have a hard time chaining their moves together. Unfortunately, a lot of the new characters, they don't really have that much flow in their moveset, so they're not like Basara characters where pretty much everybody has flow at some point. Some of them just straight up can't combo well, so being able to stun is like invaluable. So I'm going to go ahead and show it off. I do not have all the figures too. I'm getting pretty close to having them all. But the majority of the ones that I have left are from getting people to level 50, and I haven't been able to do that yet. Super Tatoba combo actually gives you a pretty decent amount of health regen. If you're on Hell mode and you're a low level or something, it's actually pretty nice to have that. I used it on the run that I got the Red Shadow Moon figure, and it definitely does make a difference. It's just depending on the difficulty, it may or may not be that great. A couple others here, like all these team ones, these were not in the last one as far as I remember, and pretty much none of them have been translated. There's probably some juicy stuff in here, but I will update that as things, progress. I believe this one gives you more attack power for being at 0 ultimate gauge. It's pretty nice for characters that have crappy ultimates. You can use this on Meteor since his ultimate is really not that great, aside from the infinite rider glides. Wizard Infinity is just a straight up defense increase across the board. It's definitely one of the best figures for survivability, especially on Hell mode. If you can spare the slots, if you don't want to use Red Shadow Moon, I recommend putting this, and it'll give you a lot more, hits you can take, basically. And Dagavazeba locks your ultimate gauge at 0, so you can synergize as well with Ultimate Kuga. And then from there, you can use your other slot on Wizard Infinity or something. It's up to you. That's pretty much it. Those are the figures that I pretty much use on everybody. I hope I'll be able to experiment more once I get them all. The ones you get for leveling a character up to 50, most of them are pretty good, and a lot of the new ones haven't been translated, so I'll have to wait until someone does that, or I'll go through a wiki or something. But I'm going to go ahead and show off the stun proc right now. Really quick.
貴様ら、今すぐ俺と戦え。行きましょう。市民を守るために。もうすぐ僕は完全体になる。でも、君は見られないか。お前の行き先は絶望だ。9.8 秒。それがお前の絶望までのタイム。
You didn't get a chance to see it there because it is damage threshold, but I'll do it again. Like, see, right now he's stunned. I don't know exactly how much damage you need to inflict, but it actually works really well. You can use it on pretty much any character. If you want to, you know, do combo videos and stuff like I do, or you just want a little more survivability, it's nice to have. As long as you can land a couple clean hits, you'll get a stun and you can continue.
あれじゃ手が出せないな。やっつけろ。
何人来ようと同じだ。ガメルみたいだ。俺はあいつみたいに甘くない。遅いよ。
I think I'm only on very hard right now, so he's not able to take much damage. So I've been unlocking figures all day, but basically those are the figures that I use the most often. Like I said, most of them haven't been translated yet, so I don't really know if there's anything else better out there. But most of these you can get just from playing the game normally. What's nice about this game compared to the last one is, you know, they added the figures in the story mode, and as long as you go hunt them all down, you'll have a pretty decent collection, and then you can go into survival mode. I think there's a couple figures in there, a handful, and then from there, you just level everyone up to 50, and that will give you a more, you know, robust figure collection as well. But this is what I use pretty much for everybody. I do use varying combinations of those few figures, since they're pretty much the best ones that I've found. It just, you know, you have to kind of tailor it towards the character. Some characters have pretty shitty ultimate forms, so being in there the whole time is not really that beneficial aside from just the base stat boost. So you can use the other figures like Wizard Infinity or the Endagavazeba Ultimate Kuga setup, and then you have an extra slot you can use for like Deno Climax Form or the Stun or Health Regen. All of those work really well. If you guys have any more requests for other guides, you can go ahead and let me know. I will go ahead and put something up about unlocking the characters too. But basically, you have to beat the final boss with certain characters like Double, Joker, I think Zeronos, a couple others. Kiva is one as well. The bunch of those characters, Decade and the End. Basically, if you look at the locked section, whatever, you know, if you look at the character select screen and you see the locked characters, that pretty much tells you which character you need to beat the final boss on to get the unlock. And you can do it on easy. You can use these figures and trivialize it regardless of whatever difficulty it's on. You'll have to do that. It will probably take you at least about a half an hour to go through it, depending on how fast you're able to clear it, whether your figures are leveled up or not. But you can do it that way. They make you work for some of the better characters. Kamen Rider Joker, I kind of felt he really shouldn't be on the gated unlock like that, because he's really not that great. Eternal, on the other hand, yeah, I can see why they make you unlock him. He's like the best character in the game from what I've seen. Anyway, I'll have more guides in the near future. If you want anything in particular done, you can go ahead and let me know, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. I'm not really doing that much this week, so you know, if you leave me a comment, and as long as it's you know, grounded in reality, I can probably get it out for you guys. Peace.